I guess it is not a secret, but not too many gardeners who live in climate zones with true winters know that the genus of capsicum plants have an average lifespan of 6 to 10 years. Of course, it all depends on the environmental conditions and species characteristics, but this is true. And unfortunately, in our 5B Ontario climate zone, I can only grow these plants as an annual. If I start them from seeds in February, indoors, and then I plant the seedlings outdoors in mid-May, after the danger of the last frost has gone, I can successfully grow a lot of pepper berries. But they almost always just stay green until September, with almost no chance of even turning red, even by the end of the growing season. My bell peppers or cayenne peppers or chili peppers start turning red only after I take them off of the stem and bring them inside the house. I noticed that pepper seedlings in the beginning of the season typically grow very slowly, and this factor is probably what delays ripening closer to the end of the vegetation season, especially if fall night temperatures begin to drop. And then I thought, what if I try to take these plants indoors and keep them inside through the winter months? And so I dig them out right before the first October frost and place them with groups of 4 to 5 inside of plastic floral buckets without any drainage holes. I thought if my experiment fails, at least I will give the berries some more time to ripen. But to my surprise, the pepper plants were fine on my windowsill, and almost all pepper berries turned red, including the bell peppers. Even some small berries grew larger and also ripened. And as the winter progressed, I noticed that my capsicums dropped some of their foliage that turned yellow, and I guess the plants could still feel the winter even while being inside of a home. I have successfully overwintered some annual plants inside before, such as fig trees, dusty miller, geraniums, or strawflower. It was expected for these sun-loving plants to suffer a lot without sufficient sunlight, but all of them survived and returned to good condition as soon as I took them outdoors again in the spring. My bell pepper, Thai chili pepper, and cayenne pepper were feeling very good almost until the beginning of March. I collected more berries than ever. It was awesome because I had fresh pepper, especially chili, for cooking during the whole winter. But then I sometimes noticed aphids on them in large numbers, and I was shocked to see them, and I started to fight them aggressively with natural remedies such as soap water, alcohol, diatomaceous earth, and other natural pesticides. Where they came from, I have no idea. I have a lot of plants, including a lot of house plants, and I think I might have accidentally brought them in with these plants. My efforts were not completely successful. The aphids kept on coming back. I could only control them. I couldn't get rid of them completely until I brought them outside again in the spring, and natural predators did their job helping me. I should say that getting rid of aphids in an inside enclosed environment with a lot of other different plants without toxic chemicals is practically impossible. But as long as I took them outside again, nature took care of them, and my ladybugs and earwigs cleaned my capsicum completely. In spite of that, my pepper plants remained alive. They didn't look all that attractive in the beginning of May, but there were a lot of new leaves that were growing on the stems. I have to confess, I didn't believe my experiment would be successful. So I started as usual, growing seedlings from seeds in February, and in May I planted them all in the open ground. The exhausted capsicums picked up growth very quickly and started blooming almost a month earlier than the pepper plants from seeds. The berries also grew faster, and I could start collecting pepper berries 3 weeks earlier than usual. Isn't this exciting that it actually did work? Of course, in the coming winter, I will fix some of my past mistakes. I will plant them more loosely, I will give them more space, and I'll do some prophylactic aphid treatment before I take them inside. But generally speaking, growing capsicum pepper plants in cold climates as a perennial is possible, and it has great results and benefits. I can get fruiting faster with better crop output because the plants don't need to spend time to mature. I don't have to worry about growing seedlings or buying seedlings. Definitely try this out and see for yourself. Thank you so much for watching.